Hi, I'm Ollie Schaubert. I'm doing a research project on poverty housing in Bridgeport. I'm here with Chris Hurley. He's the director of Habitat here on campus. Um, so I know that Habitat is an international organization, and it also we have a chapter here in Bridgeport. So do you know when that was started?
In Bridgeport, I believe it's been within the past 30 years. I know it's been in Connecticut for a while. I think as long as the wider organization has been around. I think up in Stanford. But Bridgeport, I believe, got its own warehouse and organization more recently, I think in the past 30 years.
Okay. How long have you been involved personally in Habitat?
I've been the student leader on campus for this is my second year. I've been doing it here on campus all 4 of the years that I've been here, but I've been doing it throughout high school, various trips. I've been to Kentucky, I've been to New Orleans to do habitat-based work, local work at home in New Jersey. So I've been doing it for a while.
Great. What group of people does Habitat for Humanity target?
Those who can't provide for themselves, poverty-stricken. Um, there's a certain poverty line that Habitat homeowners have to meet to qualify for Habitat House. So right around that edge of people who are able to maintain a family for themselves, but also need that assistance that they don't always get.
Okay. And how does Habitat work with these individuals, and what specific way does Habitat help individuals in need of a home?
They get their volunteers and they do physical building. They'll do cleanup work. And I can tell this past year we've built a roof. We've painted. We've done a lot of it's both beautification work and manual labor, um, as well as fundraising. And fundraising goes towards the building projects and materials. So they help in a lot of ways.
Okay, and I know Habitat works really well with families to help them live in an affordable home. But how does Habitat work with families to help put them back in mainstream society rather than just kind of throwing them out there?
Well, they don't just kind of hand out charity to whoever. What they have their Habitat homeowners do is, I said that they had to be at a certain above the poverty line, which I don't know the number for off the top of my head. They also have their homeowners put in sweat equity, which is manual labor on their own. They have, I think, 100 hours to complete, um, which they pledge to do, and that allows them access to their home. And that's their own volunteer hours. So we're not. It's not just volunteers helping people and the people get their houses. They also do their own manual work on other houses. So it's all a very well-rounded situation, and that kind of gets the people integrated. And the families are so thankful for that opportunity.
Okay. And how successful do you think Habitat for Humanity is in helping people who maybe don't have enough funds to get a house by themselves?
I think it's very successful. It's been around for a long time for a reason. It is as widely known for a reason. With economic and financial prices that the country goes up and down with, the productivity goes up and down as well. But there's always someone being benefited, and to me, I think they do a wonderful job.
Okay, and where does Habitat get a lot of its funding from? Is it private donations or is it from the government?
It's a lot of donations. Um, the majority of it is business sponsors, personal sponsors. Our school has raised a lot of money. Fairfield in the fall, we raised $300 some dollars, and it's majority private donation.
Okay. Well, what are some of the ways that people in surrounding communities can get involved in Habitat? And what can individuals do to further Habitat's mission?
The local habitat organizations are extremely accepting of volunteers. They'll take whatever they can get, and whether that means doing the manual labor, helping with the fundraising, helping in the offices and coordinating, they'll take whatever they can get as far as volunteer work. Um, yeah, so
Okay, so a lot of fundraising or actually physically doing
yeah,
demanding work. Okay.
yeah.
And a lot of people maybe in society think that, we live in a capitalist society, so you either make your own money or you kind of fall down. They think that maybe it's poor people's own fault that they are in their desperate situation. What would you say to those people about these families that Habitat helps? I mean, about how hard they work to actually make it on their own.
The people that I've met through doing Habitat, it's true that there is a stereotype of poor people kind of making bad decisions and putting themselves in a bad situation. But a lot of people that I've met, especially in Bridgeport, are just victims of bad circumstances and poor upbringings and tragedies that stick them in these financial situations that they just can't get out of and need the help. So, in that sense, it seems very fair that the more privileged give back, and it's more of a responsibility of the privileged in my mind. I've been privileged. Most people at this school have been privileged. It's absolutely necessary and worth it that we give back and help those who are not have the advantages that we do.
And what would you say has been the most rewarding aspect of your job, both as the campus leader and as a Habitat volunteer for the past many years?
The most rewarding aspect, I think the fun of it and the best part of it is talking to the people and meeting the people. The hard work and the manual labor is one thing, and that's first and foremost. What I always thought, and what I get the impression that the Habitat homeowners really appreciate is the human contact and meeting a bunch of volunteers who are willing to give up hours of their day. It's so unheard of to them, and they like the conversation, and they like knowing that somebody is willing to put themselves out there for them. So that, I think, is the most rewarding aspect to me, is talking to people you would normally never get to talk to. Running on campus, again, the work is one thing, but I've always told my volunteers to talk to the people when they can. And as far as running the program, that's been the most rewarding aspect, is giving the opportunity to other people who are new to Habitat, who don't know exactly what they're doing, who don't know their ways so well around hammer and nails, and can just talk and be cordial with people who they would normally have no other outlet to be cordial with.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.